Okay, so I've asked Monica, a lot of you wrote in questions for me and also other contestants on the show, so I've asked Monica to go ahead and read the ones that you had for me. So, Monica, thank you for doing this, first of all.
Okay, here we go.
Let's get to it.
If you had a chance to exploit a niche for quick, large bank or go long term but risk a loss over time, what would you take?
I would definitely, bird in the hand is worth more than the bush. So I would definitely go for if there was a definite dislocation in the marketplace somewhere, I would definitely exploit that because that's, easy money. Whereas, anytime you have a long-term thing, there's also the whole, profit over time, with what you would make with income tax versus capital gains and blah, blah, blah to get into. But that's a whole different story. So basically just, the bird in the hand is always worth more than, a possibility of a long-term deal.
Now, here's a question for you. Why was there so much trouble for them to get the original show online?
Well, I think they just, the one thing that you always find when something is successful is they have a scalability issue. And I think that you see that in this is just another case of that, they expected so many people to go, but not as many people to be interested in this. Like I say, it wasn't billed as the greatest thing ever, but it's kind of ripped the whole affiliate industry and everyone's watching. So, I think that they just were not prepared for, I don't know, a lot of times you put yourself in a position where there's no way to prepare for it until it happens. You don't want to overspend. So they were put in that position. Luckily, I think they ended up getting it up within 24 hours, so I think it's still pretty remarkable. So.
I don't know about you, but it's getting kind of hot out here and I'm squinting. I was curious if we could go inside.
Yeah, let's go inside.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Edit in.
Yeah.
If you recall this, John Chow's losing team seemed really upset that you called your affiliate manager and had them expedite their reporting. Do you think their anger was just?
No, I mean, I think that every affiliate, calls in and asks for either a higher payout or, the challenge that day was the numbers had to be in by 10 o'clock. So I made the call. I woke up at 5 a.m. We had no numbers in, and I knew that we had driven leads. So I called and I said, we have driven leads. You need to call the advertiser, whatever it takes, to give us credit for what we've earned. And that's what they did. So I think, I would hope that any affiliate watching this, would hope that they get paid for what they do. So, that's basically what happened. So maybe people could learn from that. I don't know.
There you go. All right. Whatever happened to those Mac Airs?
Yeah, so I had, at one time we had quite a surplus of Mac Air computers, and when they first came out we ordered like 12 of them right when they came out because we knew the demand would be high. So we sold some locally, and I ended up having my own conference called the Elite Retreat, and I ended up giving all the speakers there one for free. And the iPods we ordered by accident, actually, Apple refunded us even though they were etched and everything like that, so we didn't have to give those away. So.
Okay, answers that question.
All right.
All right. PHP or Ruby, which one will you be using more in the future?
We only use PHP. Ruby just doesn't scale for us, at this point. So, PHP is so time proven, stable and on a platform, and it's so cross-platformable that I think that we'll be staying with PHP for a long time.
Okay. What mainstream niche could be super hot to push this year?
Well, this year you're seeing the mobile platform evolve with the iPhone and all that stuff. So I think that people who are developing applications for the iPhone, much like how Facebook apps, I think you're going to see some of the iPhone applications just go completely hog wild and be, so exploited. I think that there'll be a huge payday for some companies that are making now that that's an open platform.
Carla asks, do you think John Chow is smarter than you? He seems to be very positive that he is, and I just wanted to hear what your real thoughts are on that.
I definitely don't think he's smarter than me, but he's probably smarter than most. He's definitely an intelligent guy. He didn't get to where he's at by being dumb, but I think his skill set is somewhat limited, but I think that can change over time. The more he dabbles in other areas, he just launched his TTZ Network, which is like an advertising platform. In addition to his blog and other things that he's done. So I think his experience is growing, and I think he'll be a bigger player in the field of online marketing to come. So.
Now, what do you think of the show? Is it what you expected it to be? If you were Thor, what would you change about it?
So far, I think it's been a lot of surprises. And I don't know if that's bad or good. I think there was a lot of drama early that broke some people's spirits, and they kind of, I think that people weren't ready for that kind of drama. I think if it was my show, I would have done affiliate marketing is such an individual niche, but we're trying to do it in a team environment.
All right. Now going back to episode 1, everyone said they were scared of Jonathan Van Cloot. What's your opinion on him and his abilities?
I was interested to see, because I had no clue who he was, and he was very cocky coming into this competition. So, but looking at what he can do, I mean, he's obviously mastered, some of the second and third tier pay-per-click networks. It's pretty impressive, actually, the amount of traffic he's driving. Now, if he's cash flow, if he's making money or not, I don't know exactly how much he's spending. He's obviously throwing up thousands per day, so he's bringing in the cash. But he also sees a value in winning the show, being that the winner gets half of the money. So, it's a dangerous game he's playing, but at the same time, to win this competition, get half the money, plus the ring, plus the car, and everything, obviously there's a value there as well.
Now in episode 2, it looked like John Chow was really emotional about making a decision on who to kick off his team. Can you talk more about that?
Sure. So in episode 2, he was the deciding vote between the two people that were left, and he had to make a decision. And you could see, the tension in the room at that time. There was a couple people crying. I was like, wow. You could see it really, really was a emotional, painful decision for him to make. And it went on and on and on, and he just kept saying good qualities about both people, and he just kept going, and I kept thinking he was going to go with this one, and then he was this one, and then at the end, Ian just bowed out, and I think that might have broken his, John's spirit a little bit, and Ian's as well, and after that, it just didn't seem like they had a really any interest in competing. So,
that's too bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the way it goes. It's reality, so.
Now, what do you think of Google's Android? Do you think it will be the next big thing? Thanks and congratulations for the baby.
Oh, thanks. The Android platform, the mobile platform, I think is, the iPhone kind of showed us what is possible in the mobile space. And I think the Android platform, being that it's entirely an open platform, is really going to revolutionize.
What's your income from affiliate referrals? How much of a percentage is that?
It's really so minute. I've referred, I would say, as many people to affiliate networks as anyone anywhere ever. And the thing, you only get 2%, and usually it's only for a limited time. And I have to be completely honest. I've referred thousands of people to affiliate networks. Like I said, I don't think there's anyone who's referred more people and gotten credit for them. And I probably make less than $500 a month total from referrers. So I know a lot of people want to make review sites for affiliates and thinking that they're going to rake in cash referring people. It's probably not going to happen.
Now, what do you think about all the websites pirating the episodes and showing them before their scheduled air date?
Again, anytime there's always a saying I have, which is like plan for piracy, because anytime you have something that's successful, people are going to look for a way to exploit it and monetize it. So some people have found a way that they didn't really protect some of the directories where the episodes were that were coming up, so people could make money by getting traffic to their site to watch the episodes and stuff like that. I don't think, that the show is going to take legal action against them or anything like that. But, in anything, it just draws more buzz to the show and just shows, that people are watching the show and it has a lot of success. So,
all right. Okay, now Steven's asked a couple of questions, so we'll take it one by one, okay? Why is the show filming so low budget and the acting so bad?
That's awesome.
Yay, Steven.
Well, there's really no paid actors here, and as far as scripts go and stuff like that, it's reality. That's another thing, it's amazing that people are expecting this massive, huge budgeted, like it's the real world, like we're filming for MTV, and it's, it could be far from the truth. I think what Thor's put together on the limited budget he's had is pretty impressive.
Now, here's a question for you. Why are the gurus mostly non-affiliates, and some people talking about blogging?
Well, you just look at their background. So, John Chow, he has a shopping. Well, it's kind of a shopping comparison powered advertising network, but it's not really affiliate based. He's never claimed to be an affiliate guru, but he's a blogger. I think first and foremost. So, and then you've got Ken, who's comes from a mailing list background and more of a joint venture kind of perspective, which is completely opposite of me. And I have a decent amount of affiliate experience, but that's not my primary thing.
Alrighty.
So thank you so much. That was a lot of questions.
Thank you. That was a whole bunch of questions.
All right. Awesome. All right.
See ya.